Hey guys, how are ya? How are ya? Okay, so I've had a few people ask me about business plans and they are super, super important to know what you want to do with your business, and you need to be writing this down. Okay, these are goals. The thing I like to say is, this video, sorry, I'm like really off today. If you hear loud noises, it's because we have like gardening people here. But so the thing is like, if you were to build a cake or something, are you gonna take all the ingredients that it would take to build a cake and just like throw them all into one bowl and put it in your oven and then hope that your cake comes out really great? No, probably not. The consistency is probably going to be off and it might not taste great, right? You need a recipe to follow. Those certain instructions, those certain ingredients, you have to follow and put them in the right order in order for your cake to come out looking great, smelling great, and tasting great, okay? The same also goes for your business as well. And a lot of the times, you start a new business and you're super, super excited. You're like, yeah, I want to do this and this and this and this. And that's great, but you have to follow through with it, right? And sometimes when we have so many ideas and we get into a business and we just start from 0 to 60, when times get hard, we give up because you don't really have a direction. You don't know what you're doing, and you're just kind of doing it, right? So it is important to set out a business plan for yourself, okay? So I have written down an outline for you guys. If you want to follow along with your piece of paper, I'm going to go through each. There's going to be some tiers in this business plan, and each tier has a couple of subcategories, okay? So I really want you guys to just, like, if you're watching the replay, pause the video, get a piece of paper and a pen or whatever, and I want you to write down what I'm going to be telling you here, and then you're going to go through and look at it again and write out your personal experiences or what you want to write down for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to give you the outline here. It is important. Okay, so a tier, right? We're going to have 4 tiers in a business plan. The first tier number 1. Tier number 1 in your business plan is to build your foundation, okay? Now, this is going to be even if you're a new member who's just starting your business, or even if you've been in it a while and you've lost a motivation or whatever. Doesn't matter where you are in your business, this is important for you, okay? So tier number 1, build your foundation. This is the most important tier, okay? This is going to be basically the reason you joined or the reason you're starting your business. This is your why. Okay, so the subcategory is your why. So you got to figure out why you started this, and this is what got you into it in the first place. And your why will also keep you motivated when things get tough, okay? So you need to figure out what your why is, okay? Why you joined. Then you also need to figure out your dream, okay? This will define the direction that you want to go in your business. What are your dreams with this business? Okay, it could be something, it could be a great reach, but what are your ultimate dreams with this? When I started this, my dream was to basically replace my current income at my job now, so I can set myself up later in the future. That was my goal coming into this, and also part of my why. Okay, so you have your why, your dream. You also need a vision, okay? The vision is the finish line you're working towards, all right? Your vision is more specific than your dream, okay? Your dream is like very broad and what you want in general, okay? Your vision is a little more specific, okay? What do you see for yourself happening with this business, okay? So you need to figure out what your why is, your dream is, your vision is, okay? Also, what you need to figure out is your goals, okay? Your goals are the steps to make everything else happen, okay? If you don't have goals, how do you know when you get there? How do you know when you've achieved it? Your goals are stepping stones to build you higher and higher and higher up, okay? When you reach a goal, it feels great, all right? It feels great. You did it. You set your mind to something, you did it. Now, move on to the next thing. Figure out another goal. But if you don't know what your goals are, how are you going to know how to get there? And how do you know if you've reached them? Okay? And how do you pick bigger goals next time? You have to. Okay? Okay, so that is tier number 1 to build your foundation, all right? You need to go through and you need to think about each of those categories I listed and think about your personal experience, okay? Figure out what your why is, what your dream is, what your vision is, and what your goals are, okay? So that's tier number 1 to build your foundation, okay? Tier number 2, okay? Make it yours. Make it yours. That's tier number 2, okay? So tier number 2 is going to include things of putting those things into action, okay? So a lot of the times we end up comparing ourselves to other people, and you shouldn't, okay? Tier number 2 is making it yours, meaning you need to be you. How are you different from other people, okay? How are you personally different from others, okay? So part of finding out that is finding out your strengths, okay? What are your strengths in you as a person, and also you as a business woman or man, okay? So are your strengths going live? Are your strengths selling in person? Are your strengths the bling bag? Are your strengths hostess parties? Are your strengths your personality? What are your strengths, okay? You need to acknowledge what your strengths are, okay? Because generally we like to just sit there and say, well, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, okay? And if you're focusing on what your strengths aren't, you're gonna fail because you're not focusing on the right things, okay? If you focus on what your strengths are, then it can help you identify what your weaknesses are and what you do need to work on a little more, okay? So you need to focus on those strengths that you do have, okay? What are they? Find out what your strengths are. List them down on that paper, okay? Also, values. What are your personal values, okay? Knowing your core values will help you with the values of your business, okay? Do you get mad at people if they don't pay you on time? Do you, if somebody wants a free piece or, you know, whatever, do you give it to them? If a piece comes broken, do you replace it? No questions asked, okay? What are your values as a person, and how can you translate that into your business, okay? You need to be writing down what all your values are and how you can relate that, okay? Something else, money. Okay, money is a huge topic here in business, right? You need to be establishing a limit for yourself, how much you're willing to spend, okay? And how much you're willing to put back into the inventory or whatever, all right? You need to be establishing these things. You need to be writing them down because that's going to help you. This is a guideline to your business, okay? And time, okay? So the goals that you set in tier 1 will help you determine how much time you need to reach your goal, okay? So when we were going for Life of the Party Gold, I put on my calendar every single day. I said, okay, I have this many pieces. I have this many more days of new releases to come out until our sales year ends. Every day I ordered, I would count down those pieces until we reached gold, okay? Every day I knew where I was at to getting to my goal. And and we put in a lot more effort because I really wanted to reach that goal, right? And now that we've already reached it, I'm already thinking, okay, how can I get better? How can I do it? All right, so you guys, this is important stuff. Okay, so your time, your goals are going to determine the time that you can put into it. Okay, you have to make realistic goals. If you don't have a lot of time, you got to make realistic goals for yourself. Okay, all right, what else do we have here? Okay, another subcategory is your schedule. All right, figure out the times that you can fit this into your schedule in your life. Okay, you've got to make some sort of schedule. Popping in and out on a live sale, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. All right, you got to figure out a schedule for yourself where you can fit this into your daily or weekly schedule. Okay, so schedule, you know, write down, okay, these are the times that I'm free. These are the times I'm at work. So I could fit in this here and here and here. All right, you need to be writing this stuff down. Okay, so that's going to help you, you know, what did I say it was? Make it yours. Okay, so this is all about you. All right, okay. So tier number 3. Tier number 3 is up and running. Okay, this is when you work. This is when you're working it. Okay, so a tab of that is going to be product and service. Okay, so focus on one thing and do it well. Do it well. Okay, we tend to get overwhelmed with all the stuff that we have to do, and just focus on one thing at a time and master that. Okay, and then move on to the next thing. That's just with anything in life as well. And also, guys, I will mention, you know, starting another business as well as this, it's gonna be hard. It's going to be really hard, because you're not going to be putting all of your effort into one thing. You're trying to put you're trying to split up, you know, your time into different little projects rather than working hardcore on one project. Okay, yeah, it's scarier when you have all your eggs in one basket, but the reward is 10 times greater when you can put all of you into one thing, right? Okay. Also, you're going to need to figure out the location. Okay, where is the location that you're going to be running your business from? Obviously, your house. Okay, you got to figure out what space you are going to be dedicating to this. Okay, because I know at the beginning it doesn't seem like a lot, but over time, you're going to build up a lot of inventory. Okay, I'm in my kitchen right now, and that is literally all the space that we had. I live in a small one bedroom, and the kitchen is the only place that I can fit all of my paparazzi stuff. So you have to have a dedicated space to where you can work, okay? Obviously, you can make it work however you want, but you got to kind of figure out, okay, where am I going to be putting all this stuff, you know? Okay, another thing you got to think about is your platform. Where is your business taking place? Is it taking place on Facebook? Is it taking place on Instagram? Periscope? Is it vendor events? Is it, you know, album sales? Where are you going to be running your business from? Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, also, what else is important is your point of sale. How are you going to take payments, and where are you going to take payments? Okay, so for a lot of us, that's either PayPal or Square. That's how we take payments. You can also take payments in cash, but these are the things that you need to think about. Okay, where am I gonna, how am I gonna take payments? Am I gonna take credit cards? Am I gonna take cash? You know, you need to put this out somewhere, okay? Also, what you need to do is figure out your records, okay? Records of, you know, all your business supply purchases, all your giveaways. You need to figure out some kind of system for how you're going to be keeping track of all this stuff, okay? Now, guys, this whole business plan, I'm not expecting you to be figuring this out. Oh my God, they're like vacuuming upstairs. So weird. Could you be any louder? Okay, sorry guys if that's really loud. You need to figure that out. I don't expect you to get this whole business plan figured out in a day. It may take weeks or months or even a year, okay? But you need to have some of this like written down somewhere, and you can figure it out as you go, but it's good to have an outline, okay? All right. So also what you need to figure out is your competition, all right? So that's watching other people go live. That is figuring out what you like that they do, what you don't like that they do. That's learning from other people's mistakes, okay? You know, you kind of have to watch that stuff, right? How do you set yourself apart from those other people that are already doing it, okay? Also, you need to figure out the policies. So in the back office, we have a resources tab. Click on that resource tab. There is a policy and procedure form. You click on that, you go through it. Those are all the policy and procedures of Paparazzi. Okay, so we do have rules that we have to follow and guidelines, and you should be aware of that. You should be reading that in the back office, okay? Okay, and then also you need to figure out how are you going to protect yourself, okay? How are you going to protect yourself from, you know, somebody who says, okay, I have a broken piece, so what do? You need to figure out, okay, how am I going to handle that kind of situation? Or when people don't pay, how are you going to handle that situation? When people try to get free stuff, how are you going to handle that situation? Okay, you need to like kind of have an idea in your head of how you're going to handle those things. Okay, all right, now the last tier number 4 of your business plan, putting yourself out there. Okay, so you need to figure out your unique position. What makes you unique and different from other people? All right, you need to figure that out. I can't tell you these things. I can't tell you what makes you you. Only you can tell yourself that, or somebody that you know and love could tell you what makes you unique, right? Figure that out, okay? Also, you need to figure out some branding. So we branded our name Charmed by Kay, right? A lot of people, they have their website, paparazziaccessories.com/their consultant ID number. You can totally do that, or you can take the little extra step, go on GoDaddy.com and create a URL specific for you, and you can brand yourself that way. And anytime I post any photo on my page, I put Charmed by Kay at the bottom. Okay, so these are things we're trying to do to brand ourselves, okay? So you got to kind of figure out, how do you want to brand yourself? What steps can you take to brand yourself, okay? Also, you could maybe kind of figure out your target market. So who are the people that you're trying to sell to? I mean, jewelry, pretty much any woman of any age will love it. So, but you kind of have to think of that also and kind of know your customer base. So that's going to help you when ordering, and you know their styles and things like that. So you've got to figure out, what is my target market? What kind of pieces do they really like? I need to be writing down what they really like so I can know when I'm ordering, right? Okay. And social media. How do you advertise? How are you advertising yourself? Is that Facebook, Instagram, flyers, outside? You know, figure out how are you using social media to your advantage. How are you going to be doing that? Okay. Now there's another thing which I thought was kind of cool. It's called an elevator pitch. So what an elevator pitch is basically if somebody came to you in the elevator and asked you, oh, you're running a business? What's it about? You should be able to answer it within 2 sentences. Okay. So like, you know, you should be able to answer it within the amount of an elevator ride is basically what they're saying. So can you describe your business in 2 sentences? Because, you know, you don't need to go into all this detail if somebody's asking you, so what do you do, right? Figure out what that elevator pitch is for you, how you can describe your business in 2 sentences or less. That's important too, okay? So those are the 4 tiers, guys. I hope you wrote down each little thing, okay? The next part of that is to follow the plan. Follow it, which sometimes is the hardest thing to do, right? Now, you know, this is a lot of reflecting, and I know, you know, you might not know the answers to a lot of these, but if you have a guideline of a business plan, then you can kind of fill in some of these pieces as you go, and then And then you'll start to get to know, okay, so this is what I'm doing. And then it's going to start to feel more as a business, okay? Because you have a plan. You have it written down. You are an entity, right? So this is so, so important, okay? You don't have to do it in one day or 1 week, but just have this written down and just kind of reflect on where you are right now, okay? And where you can add it, all right? We all have ideas, but we all have a hard time following through with those ideas, okay? When we get super excited about something, we're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and this. But we generally may not always follow through with that. It is important to follow through. Okay, so like this was awesome. You guys, we always glamorize the finish line, okay? But we dismiss what it took to get there, okay? So you look at Mandy and we glamorize Mandy. We glamorize her. She's so successful. She has all these viewers. She makes a ton of sales. She has a huge team. But we don't even think about all the work it took her to get there, right? We just are glamorizing the fact that she's so successful. And, you know, I think no matter where you are in your business, whether you're a Mandy who's making $1 million or you're just somebody who just started, you're always gonna have rough times in your business, okay? I'm sure Mandy has rough times. It's just different. We just have different issues at different levels in our business, okay? And it's okay. Oh my God, these people, I swear, they're like scrubbing the floor. Oh my God. Okay, so winning happens when you want it bad enough and you're willing to work hard enough for it, okay? The finish line is just the result of all your hard work. Boom! Boom! The finish line is just the result of your hard work, okay? That's all it is. And we need to stop glamorizing these people that you see and you're like, oh man, oh, they're so successful. How did they get there? They worked. They worked every day, 4 a.m. They're working. They don't sleep. You don't see that, all right? But it's there. Okay, so guys, I really hope you guys got some helpful ideas here. I can go over just really quick what you need to put down. Okay, so just write down on your paper. Tier 1, build your foundation. Bullet point, your why. Bullet point, your dream, your vision, your goals. Okay? Tier 2, make it yours. Bullet point, strengths, values, money, time, schedule. Okay? Tier 3, up and running. Bullet point, product and service, location, logistics. Oh, I forgot to talk about that. Logistics. Logistics are planning your process, like shipping and going live. Sorry, I think I forgot that one. Platform, point of sale, records, competition, policies, protecting yourself. Okay, so that's that. Tier 4, put yourself out there. You're in a unique position. Branding, target market, social media, elevator pitch. And the last one in all capitals, follow the plan. Okay? Write this down. Work on filling out some of those categories. It's not going to happen overnight, but you'll start to see when you have a plan, when you can follow it, it makes things flow a lot better. Okay? If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Happy to help. And if you guys have written down your outline and you're going to fill it out, please just let me know in the comments below that you did. And I'm super proud of you guys, okay? Love you. Keep working it out there. You will do amazing things when you have a plan. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.